Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Hamdi, and I'm back with another video. On today's video, as you guys can see from the title, we'll be talking about marriage. By the end of this video, my goal is to make sure you see marriage in a different light. So if this video is something you're interested in, if marriage is something you're interested in, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Turn your notifications bell on, because you'll know your girl's been posting back to back to back to back. So I don't even gotta tell you nothing. If you want to see more, you know what to do. Hit that like and hit that subscribe button. And if you like this video, make sure to comment down below at the end of it or right now. Throw a heart, throw something, say hi, just something, interact with me. So guys, as you guys can see from the title, today we'll be talking about marriage and how you will get married after this video. Because guess what? You will. Let's get right into this video. So I want to hit on a few points today. I want to make sure at the end of this video that you start to consider marriage in a good light, not negative light, because social media has not made it easy for us. Everybody wants to feel independent. Everybody wants to think that they're the big dog. I feel like everybody wants to just feel like they can do it without help. Love is about helping each other. Marriage is about helping each other. Marriage is about having a reason to wake up every morning and feel happy, feel loved, feel appreciated. You know what I'm saying? Feel cared for. Love is so much more than what social media and the media itself shows us, that we forget how magical it is to love, to be loved, and to have love. God wouldn't have blessed us with the term love. God wouldn't have blessed us with the term marriage if it didn't mean anything to him. You have to understand, marriage and praying and worshiping God go hand in hand. You cannot pray to God and not want marriage. You cannot pray to God and not want love, because God is about love. They always say, even in the Bible and in Islam too, he who finds a wife finds a good thing. And I feel like if you find the right person, that statement sits well in your mind. You're just like, wow, I see why God and marriage go hand in hand. God does not say just find love, a love that's going to leave one day, temporary love. No, he said lock it in, baby. Lock that in. Make this permanent. Marriage is permanent. Marriage is not like dating, where you just date somebody for 5 minutes and you're like, oh, I'm bored, off to the next. Marriage does not work like that. Marriage works totally different. And you need to know that. You have to understand that. You have to understand your relationship with God. You have to sit down, give your time to God, give your attention to God, and give your tears to God for you to get these things. A lot of times what I hear is, well, I don't need love to be happy. I don't need love to feel like I have it all. Come here. Let me tell you something. You need love, okay? You need to be married. You can want to be married. If you don't feel like you need marriage, you're losing. Because then you'll marry anybody just to say, I'm married. And you will never get to really feel the real definition of love. Love comes when the feeling is given freely, like the love is given freely. Marriage that is fulfilled with love is marriage that God accepts. It's marriage sent from the heavens. So you have to need marriage. You have to need love. You have to need your partner. You have to need a husband. You have to need a wife. Or else, if you feel like you don't need each other, like what's the point of this? If you can come to the house every day, walk into through the doors, and not say assalamu alaikum to your wife, not give her a kiss, and not to say hi to your wife, or she meets you at the door, what are you doing it for? You walk in, put your jacket down, take your shoes off, go ahead and shower, throw yourself on the bed, start flipping to the channel on the TV, watch TV or play video games, and call it a night. Go lay down and sleep without ever saying hello to your wife, without ever saying hello to your children, without ever saying I love you, without ever saying I miss you, without ever communicating how your day was, without ever asking, hey, how was your day, even though you were at home, even if you were married to a stay-at-home woman. But if you I have to have my husband ask me, hi, my wife, how have you been today? You know, how did the day go? How were the kids? You love is those little things that you don't see every day, but you need to do every day. Just because everyone else isn't doing it or everyone else is doing it doesn't make it wrong or doesn't make it right. You have to figure out what works in your love. But I feel like affection, intimacy, it's a daily dose, okay, of love. Intimacy can be greeting. Hi, my love. How are you? How was your work? How was your day? How you feeling? Let me take your shoes off. You know, let me massage your shoulders. Let me release your tension. These little things is love. Love is, what would you like to eat? Oh, I made dinner. Would you like some? Can I serve you dinner? You know, would you like a glass of water before, you know, you sit down? You know, before you sit down, do you want me to run you a bath? Do you want me to turn on the shower for you? Do you want me to do this? Do you want me to do that? That is what love is. Love is being considerate about other people in the situation. Love is considering the feeling of your partner. That's love. And that's a happy marriage. A happy marriage is a marriage where you compromise some things, and other places you learn to give more than you are given. You can't always get equally in love. That means someone cannot always give 100% of the love, and someone cannot always give 50-50. Sometimes your husband is tired and he comes from work and he's just like, today just drained me, you know, and you're like, you gotta give 70% while he's giving 30%, you know, his energy is at 10. But he's walking through the door just exhausted, but at least he made it home. You know, he comes in, he says, hello, yeah, my day was terrible today, you know. Then it's your responsibility to give 70%, right? It's your responsibility to be like more excited, more happy to see him. Go hug him. Hold him for a few minutes. Make him feel loved. Make him feel cared for. Make him feel appreciated. Because that 70% is exactly what he needed in that moment. So it can never be 50-50. It can never be 50-50 in marriage. You know, even if you're bringing the money and I'm taking care of the house, it can never be 50-50. Some days I give 100%. Some days I give 90%. My husband comes with 10. Sometimes I give 10%. My husband comes with 90. You can never be equal. Some days my emotions are heightened and he has to be there to love me and calm me down. You have to know how to love me correctly. That's what love is. If you're thinking love is having $1 million, you're mad. Yeah? You're mad. So if your man cannot give you $1 million, you know, you have a high budget of $500 a day to spend, you're mad. Okay? Love is not money. But to have money and to have love is a privilege a lot of us don't have. But to have love over ways, is love over money? No. Love will always win because love comes from God. Money is given to those God is testing. The poorest are the richest people because they have the love of God. If you want to be that rich, you have to consider wanting love, needing love more than you need all the other stuff that people make it seem, social media makes it seem like is love. Money perishes. Love must stay. When someone is poor, you must love them. If you decide to leave when they're poor, and God decides to give them more money later, and the love is gone, he's going to give them another new love. God's going to bless this person with more love, a different type of love, where it will equally match the money he gets. Because things that are given to you by God are precious, and the most precious is love. Money will come and go, you know, fluctuate, but love will always be consistent. That's what it means. Love is consistency, consistently being there for somebody. So you cannot be independent. You have to be dependent, and you have to be dependable for you to find true love. So think about it. If you want to be Miss Independent, it's going to be hard for you to find love, sis. You want to be Miss Independent? Love and you will never be in the same room. because you're looking at the money. You're looking at material stuff. You're going to tell yourself, I want to marry a billionaire. Baby, you're going to marry a billionaire who gives you zero all the time. No love, no affection. His affection is throwing money in your face and walking away. And guess what? He's going to get his little satisfaction somewhere else, because he doesn't care about what's at home. He just wants to look like he's married, he's happy, because marriage, to some, whenever someone is married, people think, oh, happy, oh, they're happy, they have the best of the world, the best of both worlds, like they're living life, God loves them, they have a marriage. Having a marriage does not mean having love. Repeat after me. Having a marriage does not mean having love. Sometimes people just want you to fill the spot, just want you to fill the spot in their life, just want you to fill the spot in their bed. That's not real love. That's not love. If love is not real, it's not love. Marriage is not love, but marriage could be love. Love could be marriage. Sometimes you could marry someone you don't love, and God puts love in your heart. It happens so many times. So many stories we've heard growing up. Two people being in an arranged marriage. And guess what? They're probably still together because they found love through God. You have God in your life, love and light. It just showers down on you. Love fends you at night when you're hot. Love covers you at night when you're cold. The feeling you get when your husband or wife turns over and just grabs you, that's a feeling you will not find in money, material stuff, the biggest house in the world. You will never find that. The feeling of being, getting your hand held when you're just sad, all you want to do is break down. You will never get that from money. You can hold money and be like, what can I spend with this? But if you don't have love, it's pointless. You'll buy something and put it in the corner and forget about it. But if you have love, love hugs you, love cherishes you, love just comforts you. The feeling of getting someone to hug you. And I think that's why I needed to talk about this today, because I had a moment. Like this whole week, I've been going through it like this. You see me looking like this right now? Baby, I did not look like this today. I did not look like this 2 days ago. I've been like throwing up. I've been having diarrhea. I've been dealing with stuff. Like, I'm not going to get into that right now because that's another video. But this morning, I haven't really had any my husband rubbed my back or whatever, throughout the time, because he's been working this past few days. And he barely was around, but when he did come home, we would eat iftar and sit down to pray. We pray, and then we sit down to watch some TV or spend time with our daughter and stuff. But this morning he was leaving for work, and I was cooking up. I was warming up our food, and for sahur. Yeah. So while I was warming up our food, my husband came. He was like, oh, is the food ready? And I'm like, yeah, the food is ready. I warmed it up. So I set it up for him to go, to take it to go so he could eat on his way to work. And so he ended up saying, okay, my love, I'm leaving. So he acknowledged me, because you cannot just leave the house without telling me, hey, I'm leaving, goodbye. Tell your partner something, kiss him, make him feel like, okay, I'll see you later. I'm going to miss you, right? So he came over to me, and I was turned around still plating his food and stuff and throwing my food in the microwave. And he just turned me around, and he held me, he hugged me for 2 seconds. And we had this little thing where we just both released our stress. It was like we both moaned, not moaned, but we both released our stress together. We just sighed together, and it felt so peaceful. It felt so warm. It felt so good. It felt like I needed this. I've been going through it all week, and we laughed because we did not just sigh together like that, It felt so good, and I was telling him, we have to show more intimacy more often, because we've both been going through a lot lately, and it's Ramadan, and we haven't been as intimate as we want to be, because we're just both missing each other every morning and stuff like that. So I told him, I was like, we gotta hug more often because I miss that. It's not that we're not on bad terms or nothing, but we just like, sometimes you just want your space. And during Ramadan, you don't want nobody on you. You don't want to do too much. You're trying to avoid, making yours turning him on or turning her on or whatever. But it felt really good to have my husband touch me, hug me, hold me. And it felt calming, and we just released our stress all at one time together. Like, we sighed on point, like, together. And I'm just like, oh, that was good. But that's a little thing I wanted to share with you guys. And I wanted to ask people, this is a question I wanted to ask. Like, if you don't think love is important, if love is something you need, marriage is important, then why did God give Adam Eve when he felt lonely in heaven? Of all places, Adam felt lonely in heaven, and God blessed him with Eve, and his life turned around. Like, it turned 360, right? It went from being lonely, running around the garden and just like, what is my life worth now, to having somebody next to you. You turn over, it's like, whoa, God gave me a wife. You wake up with a woman next to you, a partner, a friend. Imagine that feeling Adam felt when Eve was laying next to him the day he woke up and found her laying there next to him. Imagine how he felt. We need marriage. We need love. Come on. That's the thing you have to think about. If Adam was in heaven and he was excited to have Eve, what makes you think we don't need that? The affection that comes with having somebody in your life is different. Being married does not mean love, though. So don't be mistaken. Don't stay in a toxic marriage thinking that it's love. It's not love. Getting hit is not love. Getting cursed at is not love. Getting avoided is not love. Laying in bed at night on your phone and nobody to say, hey, my love, good night, I love you, or let's talk, how was your day, in bed. If you didn't talk all day in the daytime, ask questions in bed. Find a time to communicate after you put the kids down. Have a one-on-one time just to show each other love. You know what I'm saying? Like, love is important. Love is powerful, and love needs to be pure. If you don't have pure love in your life, you have to ask yourself, am I happy here? Like, do I want to be here? Rethink your life. If this person isn't elevating you, pouring into you, are they the one for you? Think about that. If their hugs don't warm your heart, don't comfort your soul, is that love? If someone you love touches you and you say, oh, is that love? Love reciprocates energy. The energy you give is the energy you get. And I want to go ahead and conclude this. If you want to find love, find God. Pray. Make dua. Ask God for everything you need. Don't think that I've asked him too many times. Your du'as might not be answered today, but they might be answered tomorrow. Even if you're married to somebody right now, you can make dua to allow God to fill your life with love, to make sure that person can give you the love that you need. If not, kick them out gracefully. I'm just telling you, if that love doesn't change, if God wants that love for you, he's going to better that love for you. And if God doesn't want that love for you, baby, he's going to make sure that love exits through that door. Yeah, and happiness comes from that door. You hear me? So don't think that just because you don't have somebody right now, you're not going to find somebody. You have to pray. And when you pray, don't worship God in a fearful place. Worship God like your friend. You're excited. Like when I get on a prayer, I'm like, hey, God, it's me. I do it with excitement. I do it with happiness. I do it with pride. And when I'm sad, I do it with tears. When I really want something, I cry and I'm sad. And I tell God, God, it's me again. And I'm asking you to bless my life. Ya Allah, take away what's not good for me and in return replace it with what is good for me. Ya Allah, if somebody is not meant for me, Ya Allah, allow them to leave my life how they came in, with nothing taken from me. You can leave with what you brought in. If you didn't bring nothing, you leave with nothing. And I tell God to allow me to find peace within myself if something that wasn't meant for me was taken away from me. I tell God that I appreciate his efforts, because there is nothing that God cannot do that exists. If God cannot do it, baby, it does not exist. And you have to think about that. If it's not given, God don't want you to have it. If that man comes through this door and is gone for days and then tries to come through with nothing to show for it, that's not the man for you, baby. He just filling the spot. If he calls you to just say, hey, yeah, sorry I missed your call. Sorry, what were you talking about? Talk to your dad? Well, sorry, I cannot talk to your dad. I feel like we're not ready for marriage. Boom, you got a clock. If that man, after a week, isn't asking for your daddy's number, clock, gone. As soon as that man said, hey, baby, send me a nude, clack, gone. Yeah. Stop letting these boys play with your feelings. You need marriage. Tell them from the jump, I'm here, baby. I need marriage. Oh, you cannot do it? All right, bye. Don't be afraid to replace them. And I feel like a lot of people used to tell me that all the time when I was younger. I used to hear this all the time. No one's ever going to marry you. You're expired. Yeah, you will never this, you will never that. People always put me down because I wasn't married at a young age. I didn't get married till I was like 24 years old, 23, 24 going into 25 years old. I did not get married until I finished college. I did not get married. Yeah? I did not get married until God allowed it to be my time. But before that, God put me through so many tests of patience, of trust, of honor. And where I was looking for my husband, that's not where my husband was. It definitely was not. And I knew that God's timing was the best timing. And I felt like through all the stuff I've been through in my life, the embarrassment, the shame, the abuse, mental, physical, emotional, the roller coasters, the coming into my life and leaving through the other door. People always said, you're always kicking people away, or that's why everyone runs away from you. All these boys, men run away from. No, the men didn't run away from me. The boys ran away from me because I was too much for them. But God brought me somebody who matches my energy. I prayed on it. God is my friend. There's not a dua I have not made. I have made. There's not a single dua I've made all these years of my life that were not answered. God took me out of abusive relationships. God took me from pain. God saved me from so many suicides. God took me away from so much that was meant to destroy me. But I never forgot God. Ya Allah, that's my best friend. And if anybody ever looks at my life in any way to envy it, Ya Allah, give them more than what you have given me. It's my dua. I pray for more for people, better than what I have, because it could never get any better than this for me. To me, it could get better for somebody else, but it could never get better than me, for me, this much. What I have, I'm so content. It couldn't get any better. And I'm grateful because I'm still going through stuff right now that is making me stronger. I tell God every day, if someone is envying my life, Ya Allah, bless them with better so they can forget my happiness for me. Pray for others. Don't be envious. Don't be hateful. God hates hatefulness. God hates envious people. God hates people who willingly ask for the worst for others. Because guess what? What you pray for, God shall give. If you're praying for someone else's downfall, guess what? You're digging a hole for two. Every time you dig a hole for someone else, you're digging another one for yourself. While you think that person's going to fall in that hole, you're going to fall in first. Yeah, you're going to fall in first. Before it's deep enough for the other person, you're going to fall in. Think about it like that. Stop wishing the worst for others. Stop being envious about what others are given from the Lord above. Worry about your happiness. Ask God to make you happy so that you never envy anyone else's life. Make dua. Cry to God. Make God your friend. That's the best way to make it, baby. Make God your friend. Pray to Him. Pray for what you want. I pray for everything. Alhamdulillah. Yeah. I do. That's my secret. That's my secret to getting whatever I want. Prayer. And I don't have everything I want. I got what I need. That's the difference. I know what I need. I needed love, but I was looking in the wrong places for it. But I was looking. No one who's ever broke me took away anything from me that they didn't bring in. They didn't bring my heart here. They didn't put my heart here. They didn't put my soul in my body. That was what I had. That was the most important. That was the most cherishable. That's the most priciest thing I have. My heart, my soul. If they didn't take that, they didn't take a thing from me. They didn't. And I just want to say thank you guys for watching this video. I know it's a long one, but I really do hope I hit the points I was trying to hit. Yeah. And I just wanted to say I appreciate you here for being here today. I really do. And I hope you smiled today. And I hope you take something from this video. One message if you must. And add it to your life. And see how things will change. Turn God into your friend. Don't be envious. Don't be hateful. Make dua. Pray. Even if you're not praying every day, even if you're not praying all your prayers, pray one prayer a day. Even if it's Fajr, it's only 2 rak'ahs. It's only 2 rak'ahs. Pray and make dua to God to strengthen your relationship with Him, to strengthen your relationship with anyone else you're falling out with, to strengthen your relationship within yourself, with your nafs. And I'm going to leave you guys with that. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for more. Turn your notifications bell on so you don't miss another video. And when I post it, you're going to get notified for it. Thank you again. And have a wonderful, blessed Ramadan. Assalamu alaikum. Bye.